Hi gang, welcome back to the Ornery Latina ever. Today's topic is going to be guess or name that public figure. Here we go. Anyway, ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous, and I guess you guys all know who this is. What are you thinking? I'm thinking that the media downplaying this and using the excuse that this is what Italian grandmothers do doesn't give me confidence in the leadership we have today. On the subject of Italian grandmothers, I have an Italian grandmother who is still alive. She's the only one left of 4 grandparents, and she happens to be Italian. And her birthday is the same day as Donald Trump. She will turn 97. She's 96 right now. She'll turn 97 on his birthday. What she shares with him is she's got such a great sense of humor, and she's funny, and you just cannot help but adore her. One of the greatest attributes about my grandmother is her laughter. And she loves to laugh, and so she has this laugh that when you hear it, you'll start laughing, and you probably have heard me cut up a few times, and that's that laugh is what she's given me. That's my gift. Sometimes it's a obnoxious, like I can't control it kind of laughter. That's her. And so she turns 97 on Donald Trump's birthday. She lives in the horrible state of New York. I feel bad for her because she's out there by herself, and I want to be there for her this year for her birthday. One of the things that Italian grandmothers do is they talk with their hands, and I have had to learn and try my hardest not to talk to you guys with my hands, because I'm like all over the place like AOC. It's like, you know, and that's an Italian thing. We cannot control our hands, but I'm going to today. With that said, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, well, you know, can you tell me some Italian traditions in your family? And, you know, we all have families with Italian tradition stories, and I think that the best one I've heard is from one of my best friends. She is a fighter. She beat cancer a few years back and inspired me to give up smoking. And we were, you know, with all the things go on about Rush Limbaugh, you know, we just, you know, we count our blessings every day that we're here on earth, because, you know, tomorrow is never guaranteed. And one of my best friends had cancer and beat it. And we play words with friends every day, you know, and if I was an Italian grandmother, I probably would have like had a conniption fit by now, because she beats me at every game, no matter how hard I try, no matter how many vowels that I buy, how much I cheat, she wins. Anyway, she always wins. But instead of getting mad about it, I just simply say, you know, don't do me like that. And I got that saying not from Tom Petty, you know, from the Heartbreakers, like, don't do me like that, you know. But no, I didn't get it from him. I got it from her growing up, because she used to say that to me, and she would always be joking around. But one of her favorite things to do, one of her favorite activities all time, was to watch me, or watch my reaction to things. So one day at the beach, you know, she was just feeling her oats. I was the oldest kid, so I wasn't really good at handling my, you know, I wasn't really good about being teased, okay? I would become triggered, as Donald Trump Jr. would say, and that was kind of a high school nickname that was given to me by my peers. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, F you guys. So anyway, I did get triggered, okay? So anyway, especially when you're coming out of the ocean and you take a shower, and your best friend hides behind the wall, and she ambushes you, and she throws you on the ground, and she screams sugar donut. She doesn't do it once, she does it twice, 3 times, and then she goes, you're in the ocean, and you really don't have, you know, a lot to show, but, you know, she takes your bikini top off, even though you're as flat as a board, and lifts you up out of the water and says, hey everybody, look at D. there's not much to look at, trust me guys, on that one. But anyway, just lovely memories. I love you dearly, Monique. But anyway, don't do me like that. You know, I'm a good soul. And so I say that to her. And my grandmother is a good soul too. And one of the things that she probably does that I don't care for is, like, you know, that whole Italian grandma, if you piss them off, you're dead to them. They just don't talk to you, you know. So that could be kind of irritating, you know, and that could be sad too, because time could go by and you don't hear anything from them. But like, it kind of is a how do you say, a plus and a minus in some ways, because she can't hear anyway. She cannot hear anything. She is completely deaf, and she refuses to get the hearing aids. And so there's a conversation, it would be a little one-sided. And you know I like to talk. But anyway, with that said, we love our grandmothers, you know, our Italian grandmothers, especially the Italian food, the Italian traditions, and everything about them. But we don't like Nancy Pelosi. Anyway, she is not an example of an Italian grandmother. She's an example of crazy sociopathic bitch, if you don't mind me saying. And I feel like, you know, when you're in a position of leadership, like if you're a comedian and a knucklehead like myself, you can say stuff and do stuff, you know, like I might rip up some papers, and I think maybe the news camera might have something on me after Oregonians for Immigration Reform. I thought we were losing, and in front of the governor's office, I was in my stilettos and I screamed out Ray Naff's name, and in front of a lawyer and him and the whole world, I ripped up some papers. I did. I ripped up the papers. Now that's not an Italian grandma thing. That was a pissed off activist, you know, who thought the media was going to cover the other side, okay? They put me up against the wall and they took a terrible picture. Gosh, I did. And then it was one-sided, and I was feeling so disrespected, like I am by that cuckoo, that I had a complete cow. I did. I had a fucking cow. And I stomped, and I in the defiance, I ripped up the papers and I slammed them in the trash. Now, you know what? News cameras were always on me, and that day the news cameras were on me completely throughout the committee hearing. And I made the papers and everything. And thank God you guys didn't capture that temper tantrum, or maybe you did and you're just keeping it in a vault waiting for me to run for office. Don't vote for D. Sutton Velez. She has an anger issue. Here she is after a committee. I think that would be marvelous anyway. No, but when you're the Speaker of the House, you have to have a certain degree of professionalism. Like, you know, an activism, really, we don't. That's what we do. We act out. But it's okay for us to be that way, right, Bill? Anyway, you better agree with me or else. Anyway, you guys, happy Sunday. If you like my videos, forward it. If you don't, you know what, you can, no, I'm kidding. Now you can, you know what.